Hey there, it's Patmos, and how nice of you to join me for yet another video in our somewhat beautiful Ostriv town. Or at least it's a town that we try to make somewhat beautiful. We made a lot of plans last time, and now it's time to get them built, as I just take a little look at all the streets that we've put in. And I have to say, the villagers are doing a nice job making sure that the streets actually look like streets. I like it a lot. We still have a lot of warehouse space available to us, which is nice. We can put some goods in there once we need them to. But right now, I'm quite happy with the way it looks. And especially with the little park next to the town hall. That's nice. Building a few more houses here. Then we get a well. Then we're going to get the hay barracks and all the cow sheds for the cow area here, which we can use for all sorts of different things. All right, anything to sell? I don't think so. No, let's keep everything we have. We don't need to buy anything right now, so that's all good. I hope that in a while the first orchard will really start to produce some goods. And well, we have a carpenter, we have only one forester. Maybe it could be interesting to get an extra forester out some point so that we can get clear of a few more trees, because I think there's a lot of good farming land out here, places for the orchards, so that could be interesting. Now we also got the suggestion to put the sheep farms near the cow sheds, but I don't think we really have space for that in this area. Although, maybe we could go a little bit this way with the cow, with the sheep, and use this area for it. But I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll just see how things go. For now, we'll just need to get a bit through with the building queue, because it's quite long. Which is also why we are going to play on speed 3 for a little bit. Now we can see already that we are producing a lot of textile. And that could be something to put into the tailor workshop, because then we can start to produce our first pieces of clothing. So I think we should move that up, because I want to get some clothing ready. Now we have a few market stalls here, of course, none of them equipped yet for clothing. So let's start setting one up. We'll get normal clothing there. We'll sell some warm clothing there. And we need to sell shoes there. And then I think there's a space available, yeah. So, question is, what should we make of that? Well, not sure yet, so we'll leave it open. But I think it can be a good addition if we start to sell some clothing. And, of course, warm clothing. We have some warm clothing, we just need to sell it right now. So adding that into the sales will be very good, so people can keep warm during the winter. Alright, another house here is done, and they're already building the next. So that's going very fast. And most buildings are very productive, fully equipped with workers. This one can have a few extra, just to get some extra stones and pieces in. I guess that would be interesting. So let's make sure we get those. But for the rest, things look okay. Plenty of charcoal. Quite happy with our town. Here we get the dairy too, I believe. Yes. Get a big hay barracks. Well. That's all very nice. Ah, we can see that they're producing new hay. Always a good thing to produce. Maybe we should produce the hay barracks first, so they can start to fill that. And then during the hay season, or the sowing season, mowing season, whatever it's called, they can really start filling up the hay barracks before we get to the cows and the actual cow sheds. I think that might be a bonus, because then we already have a good stockpile of hay. They do need to bring the resources in, of course, but that should not be too hard. And I am actually just going to build an extra forester in here. Let's see, because the one that we already have is here. Maybe we should just build it right here then. No, we need to think about it because we have to make it look nice, of course. I think it can go in here. Yeah, we can place it right here. They'll have to remove a few trees for it, but that's okay. Then we can also make another cart parking next to it. And then soon enough we can fence it off a bit so that it looks even better. Messenger from Derkachi. Let's sell some charcoal. Let's buy some iron. Going to need a lot of that. Could be buying cows, but we don't have a cow shed yet, so... Well, that ain't useful. Here come the hay barracks. We can see that the first batches of hay are almost there, so as soon as they really finish this and the first hay pieces are ready, they can put it in and mow some extra grass for new hay. So this should go a long way in providing us with what we need. Now they build the tailor's workshop. Also a nice building. And then after the cow sheds, we'll be building the wood industry, so we get the extra wood for all the constructions that we're going to do. Might be a very good idea. So last episode we did a lot of the planning, and now we're actually creating it, which is also nice. We can all see all the workers coming in, doing some mowing again for the hay dryers while the hay is stored in here. Already have 2,000 hay stored, which is very good for the upcoming cows. So that's a nice thing. Let's hope we can keep this up. Let's sell some extra charcoal just to make a bit of extra money. Ah, the well is done. The tailor's workshop is done. So if we put workers in there, they should be picking up some textiles. Yeah, we have more ladies available for the job. And we're now producing clothing. I like it. Let's put in a worker so that we can now really start to sell some clothing. Alright, this is going to work. Now, I do believe that we're also going to build a warehouse in this little area. Yeah, let's move that one up too before the tanner, so that we can start to stockpile some of the textiles and clothing and things like that. As we get our first cow shed. I like it. There's another big village house. Here comes more hay. Well, they left some hay on this one. Interesting. Let's make empty. I guess that didn't go fully to plan. So let's just make it empty so they can start to fill it up again. There she comes. Getting in some grass. That's better. Now that it's really getting to the summer part, we can see all the different colors and stuff in our little park. I have to say, I really like our park. It's just a nice, peaceful, relaxing area. Some houses around. I think that zone works out. Here we have a lot of people tending to their own gardens. Now this is a new family, of course, because this house was recently built. They did not sow in their land, but the other ones did, so that's very nice. They should get a good yield out of that. Our apples are now a year old, so 1.5 years, I think, and then we can slowly start, or maybe 2 years. I think 2 years, and then we'll get the real first apple harvest in. Here comes the cow shed. Let's set it up so we can get workers in and they can collect all the goods that they need. So as soon as we can have some cows, we can just get them in straight away. Let's use a fallow field. Let's tell them to only hire ladies for this job. They can be stocked anyway, and we'll put it up to 500 of these both. Apply to all. Well, apparently all the ladies are busy now. Maybe with the grass and things like that. can be that all of a sudden there's a few jobs around town that they need to be doing. Oh, now we have 2 ladies in there. They start to collect the water and the hay, so we can get the first batch of cows in as soon as the right trader stops by. And then we'll just buy a bunch of cows and 2 bulls, and we'll spread them evenly between the 2 cow sheds, and they can start to reproduce. That would be very interesting. Ah, they both have 4 workers in them now. Well, we're building a lot of industry, so I guess we should focus a bit on the housing too then, in order to make sure that we have enough workers. But it's nice that we... Ooh, where's the messenger from Merefa? Ah, they don't have cows, so that ain't gonna work. But for the rest... Well, we don't have anything to sell them at this point. But it does look good. We have more and more resources ourselves. We even have 30 clothes, and we're really selling the clothing, so that's good. Yeah, we can see that we're selling good amounts of clothing. So a lot of people will now have their own clothes. Alright, that one is done. So let's do apply to all and apply to all. And now this one should get the workers in and have all the same setups. Yes, alright. I guess it's also harvesting time, so most of the workers are now hired on the fields to help out with the different harvest, which is a very good thing because we're going to need a lot of food. Yep, these are bringing in the new logs. This area is now really looking like a forester because it's still in the forest, even though they have to walk quite far to actually get the trees because they can't get these. These ones will get trees close by though, so that is an interesting part. There it comes. Just a few more building pieces. And ready. Let's put workers in there. There they come. We need at least 2, of course, so they can start to chop some trees. And are we getting bark in the other one already? No. So let's set this one up for some bark. Some bark and some firewood, not too many. Because I guess that'll work out. Let's see if we can get up to 5,000. Yeah, perfect. Although the maximum capacity is 35,000, so we can just get everything, that's fine. Alright, let's get some extra carts that they can use once they pick up some wood from this place. We have wood and firewood in here now. I like the extra production that we get out of this. That should help our town. Messenger from Merefa again. We can't get any cows there, and I want to save some money for those extra cows, so I think we should just wait. Or we could send out a messenger to Derkachi. I know they have the cows. So let's send out a messenger and just buy those cows, because then we can really get to work in these fields. Or in the with the cow sheds. And that's a good thing. 4,000 hay already. Still hay produced here. There's just no workers available to bring it away. But that's okay. This farm is getting quite ready. Some more work needs to be done here, but it's still only September, so there's plenty of time. Might also be time for another... No, we still have 7,000 buckwheat right now, 4,000 potatoes, still a lot incoming. So there's no real need to get going with another farm. Although in a while the need might come. Another house done, I like it. Let's get another family in. And then I guess we can expand this way with some housing. We can go this way with some housing. Maybe keep this area for the sheeps. Alright, the messenger arrived in Derkachi. Let's get 11 cows. Let's get 2 bulls. 1 for each cow shed. It's costing me quite dearly. Luckily we can get some money back by selling some charcoal. And hopefully this way we can do very nice. Alright, we can get beetroot and garlic from these houses, but we'll have to wait and see if that's actually going to work. You have the garlic and the beetroot. Maybe there's something else that we can also get later on. We'll see. I guess these will have some pumpkins. But they need to start harvesting their little fields first, and then we can really see what we're getting out of it. Almost looks like they left this fallow, but you can see all these little green pieces. So I guess they put something in it, but I just don't know what it is. And I think now they can start to harvest. Yeah, these got carrots in. He's got some beetroot in, some garlic. Alright. Ooh. Cucumbers, carrots, marrow. Well, different types of food coming in. I do see carrots here and there. So maybe that can be something to actually buy. No, not cabbage. Carrots. Let's see if we can buy 500 carrots from the different people. Yeah, we can. Let's put it in a market stall to be sold. Alright, interesting. Well, this should help to spread things out over town a bit more, so that's nice. Yeah, everything is sold straight away, so there's a lot of people buying it. That's very interesting. And we're now getting to the part where we built these 4 extra houses. And we really need those extra houses, so let's get them done. We also need another stone, or we need a stone well for these houses, so that they have a place close by to get some water. Now, it could also be interesting to have a place to get water on the little graveyard area. I'm going to put it here in the corner, so that people that want to water the plants that they've brought to this area, they can water their plants, but also these houses can get water there. There's also a well here and a well here, so that should be okay. They should have plenty of water around. Plenty of hay in here, so yeah, that works out. We have the warehouse now, so let's start setting this up. I think we should set this one up for all the different pieces of clothing that we're making. So clothing, warm clothing and shoes. Let's set each one up for 2,000. Not that we're going to have that anytime soon, but you might never know later on. And maybe we can set this up for some textile too, so we can store that. And some leather then. We don't have leather yet. But once we do, we basically have in this little warehouse the 2 main products that they need to create these pieces of clothing, and of course the end products. And I think that might be good. We'll start off with 1 worker, because I think that should be fine for now. Good amounts of clothing in here. We can see that they're still working on this farm to get everything in, so we really need the extra workers from these 4 houses. It's good that we aim for that. He's unemployed, but he's probably just coming in. Oh yeah, she's a laborer now. He's still unemployed though, but we'll find a job for him. Ooh, we can get more cows, but I don't want to do that. This is good for now. Iron, yeah, we still have 500. Okay, so we should have all the animals in here, yes. So let's start bringing them to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so we have 6 animals in here. 7 animals in here. That should do the trick. Now they can start to breed and we can get more animals. Alright, now we've usually split this game on speed 2. We had a long building queue to do, so that's why we speeded up a bit. But we're gonna go back to speed 2 for now. I think that's nice. We can see this farm is almost ready. They just need to bring in a few more resources and then we should be there. But I think we should invest in more housing first now because, well, we just need it. We just need more people in our town. So let's get going with that. Let's start off with another block of 4 houses here. with a garden, of course. We need to be able to produce some food. That's one. And here we will build another one. And this will fit nicely into the whole street design that we have so far. So that should be interesting too. All right, there it is. I guess this should be open for a street, but we could build a new batch of housing here. I'm also thinking about a row housing, but I think we should do a church somewhere here with row houses around it. So we can still keep working on this area, or we expand this way. All these ideas. I think we should expand a bit this way. But there's a lot of open space here that we can maybe do something with. I think I'm going to keep this open just to plant a few extra trees and to make this area look a little bit more interesting. Especially with a few big trees, that should make it look a lot more interesting. Now we're going to put in a few benches right in the in a shape like this. And then we'll do these a little bit the other way around. Yeah, I guess this could make for a somewhat interesting area. I really like these bushes, so let's put some of these bushes here. Just get some extra green, some extra nature around. Maybe get a few smaller trees next here. Alright, well, it is something. Then we'll leave this space for the sheeps that we were trying to get later on. Or I think we should do the sheeps in this area. That's still pretty close to the cow sheds in the dairy. So that's not too much of a problem. It's also a good place for the wool since we have the fulling mill here. So if we put the sheep here, it's still pretty close to the dairy. And that should be nice. So then we can use this area for more housing. Now we're going to use this area for a few bigger houses. Alright. Now I want to get a space here for a little road or a little pathway that goes there. So we'll do it like this. There should be a path here. Maybe we should place the house in the front here. Alright, that's one. Let's build another one. Yep, like this. 1, 2. We'll do 3 in a row. I think that will be interesting. And it will make our town look slightly different. And of course we'll get a road here. A little bigger road on this side. So I think that will be nice. Just to make things different for a little bit. We need some different shapes and forms and sizes. So this should be interesting. Will take some time to get built, of course, but that's okay. We don't need a tanner yet. We don't need the slaughterhouse yet, although we might need that somewhat soon. We definitely don't need the fulling mill or the extra warehouses. The dairy. Yeah, we could use the dairy. So let's do it like this. We get the well here now, then they can build another house, then they can build the platform. And then we get the dairy to produce something with all the milk that we get out of here, because we can see it's already close to spoiling, so they should hurry a bit with that. They'll just build it next. And then we'll get some housing, then we can get to the slaughterhouse, because eventually we're going to slaughter some animals here. Let's see, almost 9,000 buckwheat, 5,000 potatoes, that's good, 500 flour. Hopefully soon we get some apples. Although that might still be a long way out. But let's continue with another orchard. Doesn't really matter which way we place it. Alright, that's one way to go. Let's make it as long as possible. Too long, yeah. Okay, let's go like this. Too long. Too long. Alright, this should be close to the ideal spot. There it is. Well, it needs to remove a lot of trees. But that's okay, we have the time. And now they will remove these trees. And then later on we get the orchard. So that'll be interesting, and they'll be focused on removing those trees, which is nice. I guess that's a good way to go. Alright, bringing in all the resources for the dairy. I think the house already has most of the resources, yes. So they can finish that quickly too. We do need some extra workers still. Ah, this is almost filled up. So plenty of water and hay. Let's occupy a few more ladies in here, so most of them have a job. And then we'll get the dairy up soon. I think we're just going to produce cheese in there and not the other products, because in the end the other ones will go bad quicker. And we only want the things that remain good for a very long time. And I know Squid loves cheese a lot, so especially for him, we're going to make some pecorino cheese. I hope he likes it. He should. But we'll have to get the dairy up first, of course, before we actually get into the cheese. All the resources are there. They've started constructing, but now they're all having a break. I think there comes one. Yeah, there comes another one. Well, they have some work to do. He brought some extra nails, and now really everything is there and they can start to build the dairy. Putting up the floor. I really like the building animations. It's so cool. Yeah, he's tired. They arrived almost at the same time, so he should be leaving too, yes, but getting a cart back to the parking, going to the construction site. So there's one going to the construction site. Ah, a second one now too. So we should have 2 builders soon. Hopefully more of them will arrive. Get this building done. Oh, you took a shortcut here through the fence. Oh, that's a little error. That's not supposed to happen. Well, they put up the beams. They do that nicely. Perfect. There's number 3, but now one of them is already leaving again. Here comes another one. Oh, lots of building to be done, but at least they're doing it. Here comes some of the walls. Oh, it should be going quite fast now, I'd say. Some of those building phases take actually quite long. Now it's going rather quickly. There we can see the inside. Trying to build some of the roofing now. There we go. Almost there now. Should be a wooden roof since they've not collected any thatch. And then soon they should be picking up the roof tiles. Ah, there it comes. Even get windows up there. There it is, a dairy. Let's hire a few ladies in there. I think 3 should be fine for now. They can be supplied in any way, that's okay. They can have 500 milk. Well, there should be some milk in here. Although I think some of the milk may have already spoiled. Yeah, 100 milk, and that's only this year, and it's just January. So yeah, it's spoiling a bit, but... yeah, let's not produce beer. Oh yeah, I think the smetana remains well for longest. Does it? Doesn't say here. I've read that somewhere. Either the cheese or the smetana. Maybe the cheese. We'll go for cheese and smetana. Then we'll do 2 products. So let's put in some cheese and some smetana in here. 250 each should do. And I believe we have space to sell it all on the market. Yeah, smetana. There we go. They can now sell some cheese and some smetana. Really hope that we can get enough milk in here, but you can already see not enough milk to start production. Even if they have 60 milk, there's 20 more they can get. Which they should, of course. But I guess they can only get it in big numbers or something like that. Ah, they're picking it up. Picking it up at another 40, so then that should be 100. And I guess then they can start to produce another batch, but well, it uses quite a few products. Like 100 milk to get 20 butter or something like that, or some 20 cheese, or... We'll see. I don't know who's getting it, but somebody should be getting the... Well, apparently they're all inside the building, and they're not really picking up this milk. Ah, somebody else did. So 100 milk for 20 cheese. Okay. So we do need a lot of milk to actually produce some good amounts of dairy products. But we'll get to that anyway. Another house done. Perfect. We'll now get the little platform here for the water, and then we can get to all the other houses. The houses that we're building extra here. And the 2 there, of course. We're getting there. I like the town. I like the town. It's still a lot of development, but I like it so far. I guess we should fence this area off now, because we have not done that so far. Let's take a look at these fences. I think they're these fences. Looks like it. Alright, let's fence it off right there, so that these have to go this way. And I guess what we can do is build a little bit of fencing like this. We'll leave it open right here. But now this area is fenced off, and I like that. I think that's the way to go. There they go. Well, they can use the carts here. Bringing some clay. And they've chopped quite a few trees already. I believe it was like 38 or 39. It's down to 28. Yeah, they still need to do a lot of trees, but they're busy with it. And our town is really being developed. And we've played for quite a bit. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to them. And then, of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.